Things to look out for when you're cast netting as well is like flats like this, mud flats like this that are covered at high tide. At low tide, they're all yabby beds and they produce a lot of marks in the mud to show you what have been here on the high tide. So they're good to get out and have a look around and see what's been feeding that area. So when you come back on the high, this is where you should be fishing for that species that you're chasing. If you have a look here, there's heaps of yabby beds and like flathead lies. So that's an old lie there, but it just shows you all these flathead are sitting here as that tide comes off the flats. They're sitting there waiting to ambush little baits and mullets, prawn, etc. Even up on top of the mud here, you can see like divots in the mud from grunter, trevally species, blue salmon, king salmon, punch marks. Like this is all just showing you that something's been feeding on these yabby beds on the high tide, so it's a good spot to be. Another flatty lie there, and a smaller fella over here. It's all sitting on top of the yabby beds. Perfect for fishing area, for chasing flatties, salmon, grunter, even big whiting. You'll see little divots in the mud like these. They can be from whiting, brim. So just a perfect area to fish on the couple hours to the top of the tide. Really good yabby beds here on this bank, but this is a spot I probably would not fish. Only reason being, you see all these big holes like that, they're stingray lays. So this bank is full of them. So if you want to catch stingrays, go for it. But I wouldn't fish this bank on the tides yet. Good for low tide, getting plenty of yabbies though. So all these little yabby holes, and in the holes you can see like little dent marks from whiting, brim and flathead. They'll be here, but you'll have to put up with a few stingray as a bycatch, unfortunately. At low tide, you see little pockets of water like this. They're little domes. It's hazy. It can be very clear. Even though it's clear, you won't a lot of times see the fish. They'll sit low because the temperature of the water is really hot, but it's cooler on the bottom, so they'll sit on the bottom. So a lot of times you won't see them. So just casting them, and you'll be surprised what you get out of them. So while you're chasing baits, good baits like these mullet, there's heaps of bait up in the creek at the moment, so you should see plenty of fish life, like a kingies, barra. There's so much bait in the creek, it's crazy. We've been driving for about 150 metres and there's just acres and acres of mullet, gar. It's ridiculous. These little, just make sure that, whenever you throw the cast net, get your little fish back out in net straight away. These little grunter, brim, even these glassies, get them back out. They all serve a purpose in our waterways. Even these beautiful little toadfish. So that's your average banana prawn, just normal banana prawn, good for kingies. And that's your shrimp or your cherubim, what they call saltwater shrimp. And they're both good baits for kingies, everything, brim, grunter. Oh, hallelujah. Holy hell. Beautiful baits, look at them. And these, see these here? They're supposed to be catfish eggs. I don't know how true that is. Oh, that nice little mullet. Look at him. Big alligator gar, he'll bite the shit out of you, that fella. Alligator gar. How you doing? We call Yorkie herring or anchovy herring. Fantastic king salmon bait, love them. Doesn't have to be live, just hook through the eye, back through the body. Perfect king salmon bait. Even these little things we call glassies. Like you get, I normally put 2 or 3 of those on a hook and barrel smack them, eat them all day, every day. But yeah, awesome. See the different change of water, like a V pattern in the water? That's bait moving towards us, like heaps of mullet. So this place is alive with bait at the moment. Tide's just starting to kick in. There's plenty of mullet around here, so the fish should go on the chew.